Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is your overview for the month of March. I thought that the last reading I did for you would be the last reading in your season. It's still your season for a couple of days, so I thought I'd get this reading out for you during your season here, Aquarius. So we are looking at this energy for the month of March, right? And thought I'd get it out just a little bit early to you here, Aquarius. We're going to do this a little bit different this month. I've made up a different spread here, so we're going to do just a little bit of a different energy here in the way that we throw the cards. Let's take a look here. So first of all, the first card is going to be your current self is what that is. This is the overall energy for the month. So the overall theme for your month is being a little bit standoffish, feeling like you're kind of taking your place and standing there and waiting for somebody to try and cross the line. It feels like in March you're trying to either protect yourself or show people your strength and how strong you are, that you can stand your ground. This is going to be a key goal for you to pursue. It is the Fool. And we will, for the next card, it is an obstacle for you to overcome. And that is the Lovers. Interesting. Making a choice of some kind, right? Then we do have some sort of a major accomplishment. What will be your major accomplishment in March? Ooh, it feels like keeping people out. It feels like maybe keeping people on the other side of the fence. People that not necessarily are adding anything to your life here. And the next card is what to avoid in the month of March. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. We'll have to clarify and find out why it's the Ace of Pentacles. And then the next card is what to embrace for the month, which is the Two of Pentacles, and it's juggling things or being really busy. Where can you find support in this month? You can find support in your words, in your brain. It feels like it's telling you to figure it out, telling you to get some clarity here. And then we have advice for the overall month. The advice is the Three of Swords. Okay, let's take a look at this and find out what's going on here. Feel like you can see all those cards, just making sure that you can. Let's clarify these and find out what's going on. Now, you didn't have to memorize any of that. We're going to go over them one by one. We do have the Ace of Wands here. Let's clarify a little bit here. Let's talk about it. So the Four of Wands, then, it says this is your current self. So this might be, maybe you enter this month feeling quite sturdy, feeling excited about that. Maybe some of you are working on your homes, buying a home, selling a home. It is about the home, the Four of Wands. It's also about things that you've been manifesting that are coming to fruition, because the Four of Wands is 1111, right? It is deep spiritual excitement here. Tell me about the current self for Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. Some of you are moving, or maybe you're already thinking about that now. I mean, it's 30 days, right? So maybe you're not thinking about moving now, but maybe an opportunity comes up for you to move away from something and move towards something else. We do have the Seven of Swords. Isn't that interesting? Because I was just looking at here, I've just noticed right away that there's 7 swords, right? 6 and 1. And then the Seven of Swords came out. So very interesting. I want to say, if you are the person who is buying or selling a home, just be careful. Make sure that you get all the details. Make sure that you go over all of the fine print. This can also be contractual. So be sure that you've got all the details in place. Now, if you're not buying or selling a home, this could just be what is going on in your home right now. Maybe you need clarity. Do I need to be here? Is this the place that I want to be? Because some of you are thinking about moving. And if you have already been thinking about moving, or maybe the plans are already in action, this is probably what we're talking about here. It does feel like, for some of you, you do want to move along. It feels like maybe wherever you live is kind of chaotic. If you're the one one who's already making plans to move. Maybe there's too many memories here. Maybe you live in a neighborhood that you're not interested in living in anymore. Maybe you want to move out of state, out of province, across the world. Maybe you want to be, you want things to be a little more exciting. I'm going to say with the Six of Swords, which I feel, all those swords in the boat, those are things that you want to remember. Those are communications, connections, and things that you learned that you want to take with you. And I feel like you're supposed to use all of that experience to make whatever decision the Ace of Swords is going to bring you, because it is an opening of something new, right? But please make sure that you're looking over all the details, because the Seven of Swords is here. And although I don't feel like it's any sort of deceit, I feel like this is something that you could miss. So something might be concealed from you. Make sure that you ask enough questions. Make sure that you're absolutely sure and everything is on the surface and you have great clarity about what it is that you want to do in this month as it pertains to the home, the Four of Wands. Now, for some of you, the Four of Wands could be maybe you're moving someone into the house. Maybe you just got engaged and you're moving someone into the house. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you must go over the details. And I do feel like the Four of Wands for some of you is telling me that you're moving away from the rigidity, I want to say, of your mind. That you are trying to collectively look at everything that's going on in your life and taking specific lessons, taking them with you into the Four of Wands. All right. The second card is the overall theme for the month, and that is the Seven of Wands. Okay, so why is that? Why is the overall theme for Aquarius the Seven of Wands, please? We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So I want to say that with the Seven of Wands is more about standing your ground. It's like protecting what's behind you. But this particular depiction shows me that someone is trying to exert their strength or show someone how strong they are. Look, I'm just going to stand my ground. I make the decisions here. And when I decide to leave, I'll leave whatever way I need to leave. So it does feel like with the Four of Pentacles here, it feels like you're holding on to something. I want to say you're holding on to something here. The overall theme of the month tells me that you're holding on to something that possibly is keeping you in this energy of standing your ground, that you're feeling closed off, shut down, that you're not being very vulnerable about whatever it is the Seven of Wands has got you standing your ground on. So the Four of Pentacles tells me that you're holding on to this energy. You're really clutching it tight, holding on to this energy in your Pentacle world, standing your ground on something in your Pentacle world. It's something that you choose not to see, something that you fail to see for the situation that it really is. But the Two of Swords is also telling me that there's a block here. And I want to say it almost, I'm seeing Charlie, my guide, is showing me in my mind's eye a child who is standing on the cement, but there is sand over here and cement over here, and the child's got their arms crossed like, no, I'm not doing it. You can't tell me to go. I'll make the decision when I want to step into the sand, and I just want to be on this really level, sturdy, solid ground for now. So I feel like for some of you, the Two of Swords might have to do with that, a little bit of being stubborn. And you know that you're a fixed sign, so being stubborn maybe isn't necessarily something you haven't heard before, but I just want to reiterate that when you're a fixed sign, you are someone who moves slow to a resolution. And so that might look like you being stubborn, but I feel like it's more like you being cautious. And it's cautious because I feel like you've entered a situation here in this month, in the month of March. I feel like you're entering a situation that you're not familiar with, because this is the student, the one who's trying to dig up energy, the one who's trying to dig up realizations, trying to learn things. So I feel like you're going to learn something here about keeping your options closed. I feel like you're standing your ground on something and being very closed off and shut down and blocked. And I feel like that is going to teach you something. You're going to learn a lesson from that maybe standing your ground shouldn't always be the first option. But the overall month, this energy here, the overall month energy tells me that you are feeling sort of blocked. You're feeling blocked, shut off, shut down. You're not willing to learn anything new. You're really not willing to allow anybody to give you advice. We have Three Swords here. It feels like something happened to you that in the past that disappointed you and you've learned that lesson, I want to say, and as you move forward, you're holding your ground or standing your ground on something. Although the Page of Swords tells me that you should learn from that situation so you don't have to be so rigid in your mind. All right, your key goal to pursue is anything that's brand new. The Fool is here. It's taking leaps of faith into things that might be a little bit scary, but also might be very abundant. And the Fool, this particular card here, you can see that there's kind of a serpent underneath here. Someone's standing at the top ready to take the leap of faith. All they can see is this beautiful flower on the end here, but it is part of the serpent. So it's like, be cautious. Be cautious about what you're beginning, what kind of leaps of faith you're taking. When the Fool is in the upright, it is all about taking a leap of faith that is already, you've already looked into it, right? You've already, with the Page of Swords, you've already looked into it. You know all the details. You know that if you take a leap, that it's an educated leap. Tell me about the key goals that you'll be pursuing here in the month of March. Oh, they're good. Oh my gosh, they're really good. They're really good. So we start off with the Sun, right? So it's all systems go. That's what it feels like. If you're thinking of leaping into a relationship, leaping into something that has to do with the home, if you're moving or you're moving someone else into your home, maybe buying or selling or building, I feel like the Fool is here to tell me with the Sun, all systems are go. That when I say an educated leap, I really mean that you've gone through every single thing that you need to go through, because the Sun is here and it gives you great clarity. We've got Leo energy here, right? So you've got great clarity on what it is that you're going to leap into. And I feel like the Sun tells me it's growth. So whatever leap of faith you're taking is going to give you growth, because it feels like there are some lessons of change here. I feel like the overall theme for the month is you feeling a little defensive, and it might be because of the Wheel of Fortune. Look, the Wheel of Fortune is change, right? It is your energy. This is Aquarius energy, but also Taurus, Leo, and Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, right? So we do have Leo energy here as well. I do feel that the Wheel of Fortune is here for the purpose of change, and change, it is going to look, as you look forward through the rest of the month, you're going to look back and say, well, those changes actually worked out. But change sometimes can be tough, especially if you don't like change, no matter what your sign is, and definitely if you're a fixed sign. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune. It is ruled by the planet of Jupiter, which is all of your abundance, and the Sun is here. Look, whatever leap of faith you're thinking of taking in the month of March is going to work out hands down for you. We do have the Five of Swords here, and I want to say with the Five of Swords that it is about conflict or disagreement, or maybe battles that you're going to engage in, like verbal battles or maybe even mental battles. Take that as it resonates. I want to say that you're going to fight yourself, or that other people are going to be fighting you about this great big leap of faith that you're taking, about this big change you're making in your life, that people are going to say, don't do it, Aquarius. What are you doing? Don't do it. But you're smart. You're very resourceful. You're always up in your head looking at every possible angle of everything. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here and the Sun, that it is going to work out fine. I feel like you've already gone over the fine print or the small print, and you know that in the month of March, whatever it is that you are taking a great big leap of faith on is going to work out in your favor. But look, you've got a lot of naysayers here. You've got a lot of naysayers. You've got people who are disagreeing with you, who are going to engage in egoic battles with you. You might even have some arguments with other people about this leap of faith, but I feel like you should trust yourself and trust your intuition. And then we have the obstacle to overcome. Why is the Lovers the obstacle to overcome in March for Aquarius? All right. Look, I think for some of you, you possibly could be making the biggest decision of your life this month. And it's going to put you on a very different trajectory. It's going to put you in a very different place than you were this time last year. We do have the Ten of Swords. And so I feel as though, I want to say that with the Ten of Swords, is telling me something is over. It feels as though you've been betrayed by someone that you love very much, or that you have a very big, deep connection to. I feel like the decision you're making is bringing something to an end. And the way I think you're bringing it to an end, although I don't feel like you're a backstabber, I feel like you are somebody this is going to be as painful for you as it is for them. So you are making a choice about some sort of ending of a cycle as it's coming up in In March, I feel you're ending some type of cycle. Now, you could be ending silence, but you also could be falling into silence. The Ten of Swords to me is a bit of betrayal. We've been through a lot of trials. It's been very dramatic. The swords are kind of dramatic, right? Two of Swords is blocked. Three of Swords is the Three of Swords is feeling like your heart's been broken or feeling like somebody betrayed you, right? And then we go to the 4, the 5, and the 6, right, until you finally move on. So it does feel like it's your choice to close some sort of a cycle with someone, possibly, that you've had deep feelings for, or you feel a deep connection with. This could be someone who is not necessarily giving you as much as you gave them. We do have the Judgment card. And so this decision that you're making to end this cycle is more than the end of a cycle. It's something that's going to change the trajectory of your life. It feels like, people are getting out of their coffins here. So you can see that there's something that is ended, like the old world has ended, and now the resurrection comes, and you are deciding to get up and take a different path here. It feels like there's a really, really big decision that you need to make. It's not just the decision about the end of a cycle, but something that's going to change how you've been living your life up to this point. We do have the 4 of Cups. Pardon me, 4 of Cups in the reverse. And the 4 of Cups in the reverse tells me that you are an eagle eye this month. I feel like you're watching everything, listening to everyone. You're the observer. And it feels like you're taking all that information in because you don't want to miss an opportunity. It feels like this decision that you're making, the decision is, I don't want to miss any opportunities that are good for me. And the reason that the Ten of Swords is here is because I need to cut out whomever, whatever situation, whatever I'm doing that no longer serves me. I'm letting it go. I'm cutting it out. I'm making the decision that I'm moving forward. And how do I know that you've been waiting on this decision? Because this is Virgo and Pisces energy. So you've gone over the details. You're using your intuition. You've decided to close not only an old cycle, but an old way of being. And as you move forward, you're becoming more advanced in the way that you observe people, because you don't want to miss any really good opportunities that are coming to you in the month of March. All right. Tell me about the major accomplishment. This is a major accomplishment here. So it feels like the major accomplishment is you start to realize, you start to notice who's with you and who's against you. And I think that that's what you've been doing here. And it is the obstacle to overcome here is the 4 of Pentacles, because sometimes we're in the middle and then we realize what's going on. So we swing to the one side and then we start cutting everybody out. And now I think what this is telling me is that you're coming back to center, and that the 4 of Pentacles is telling me you now know where the boundaries need to be. You set boundaries on yourself because you've figured out who's with you, who's against you. And the Hanged Man energy is you trying to sort of look at their point of view. Like, did they do it for a nefarious reason? Did they try and hurt me? Was this something that they did on purpose, or was it something that they just did and they weren't, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like what you're doing is you're feeling it out. The 4 of Pentacles, you can see this person is behind the fence, and there are locks on the fence. So it feels like you are, with the Hanged Man energy, that you're coming in and trying to look at each situation individually with the job, the person, the house, whatever it is that you know, and you're making your decisions based on your intuition. That is Piscean energy with the Hanged Man. But it also feels like you're going to have to make some sacrifices. And I think that you know that you're going to have to leave some people on the outside of that fence. We have the 8 of Cups. There's you. You're just walking away from things that you were settling for before. You may have been settling for people who were breadcrumbing you. Right? Now your eyes are open. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Now your eyes are open and you are no longer letting opportunities pass by. And that even means opportunities for people to hurt you, lie to you, and treat you terribly. So I feel like with the 8 of Cups here, and this energy being an obstacle to overcome, I feel like what you're overcoming is feeling bad about putting up your boundaries. That's what I feel. Look at that. The Fool is here. I love it. So the Fool is here. The Fool is here. And so I feel like once you do finally detach emotionally from situations that you were settling for, there are people who breadcrumb you in your life. We all have them, but we don't all identify them, or we feel bad about identifying them. And I feel like once you pull away emotionally from this Hanged Man energy, I feel like there is a new beginning coming here. That there is, everything starts to look a lot more positive for you. And I think that you are going to take a leap of faith this month, and it feels like it is going to be probably something that has to do with your home. So the leap of faith could be moving, it could be moving someone into your home, it could be selling your home or buying a new home. All right, so what to avoid this month? What are you to avoid this month? It says the Ace of Pentacles. Why? New beginnings is what it says. Investing, maybe investing your money. It's something to avoid this month. We do have the Star in the reverse. I want to say that this is March is a month that you should be careful. It feels like it's giving me the energy of you should be careful, you should think things out, make sure when you make a decision that you've gone over the details. With the hope here, it feels like hope and healing is in the reverse. And I want to say that this, because you're not really specifically connecting to the universe to get your answer, that I feel like that the Ace of Pentacles is telling me, don't make any major investments. For some of you, it may be a major investment to buy or sell a house, but it feels like you need to make sure that you're really clear on whatever's going on in this respect, because when the Star is in the reverse, it's like this is not your wish fulfillment. So it might be, maybe you're outbid for that house, and maybe you might take another one that, that maybe isn't everything that you want, but some of the things that you want. It's saying here, don't make any investments in things that you don't believe in. Things that don't feel like wish fulfillment, please do not invest in those things. And it might mean that you'll have to wait. And nobody in this world, nobody in society likes that word wait. Nobody wants to be patient because we're used to getting everything we want in a second from social media. So we have Temperance. And that's been done by design, by the way. It's been done by design for the powers that be. They want to make you impulsive. They want you to spend your money on things you don't need, don't want. And I feel like that's what it's saying here. Hold yourself back, move really slow. We're looking at pentacle energy, right? Go over the details, make sure that everything's in place, and move slow at whatever it is if you do plan on making some sort of an investment. So then we have Sagittarius energy here, which is Temperance, and then we have the Nine of Wands. And so I want to say that make sure that everything is balanced. Make sure that everything is healed. Make sure that you're looking at things in a very balanced and healed way. It's also about being patient. And I just sort of gave you a mini lecture on patience, right? So I want to say with the Star in reverse and Temperance right next door, this is about the moment of alchemy. You're supposed to move very slowly towards this moment of alchemy when everything is right. And it feels like if you are going to be holding back or being a little bit standoffish about doing this investment, this big investment in the month of March, I feel like it's because you're the wounded warrior and you've been burnt this way before. So I want to say wait for the moment of alchemy, wait for the shift of energy, and please make sure that if it doesn't feel right in your gut, Stars in reverse, if it doesn't feel right in your intuition, doesn't feel like wish fulfillment, then don't do it. Choose to wait. Choose to wait for the moment of alchemy. You won't be sad that you did. And then we have what to embrace. So you are supposed to embrace the Two of Pentacles, and that is juggling things, being very busy, possibly some financial hits here that you're taking. We do have the Page of Cups in the reverse. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. The Page of Cups in the reverse, to me, is something that you want, but you can't have. Something that you feel that you want. It is a little bit of impulsivity. For me, the Page of Cups in the upright is a surprise, and it comes to you. But it feels like you want something that you can't have right now. It does feel like that it's unrequited, right? Like you want it, but it doesn't want you. I'm going to say that it could be something to do with money, that you could possibly be feeling the pinch by the end of the month. You could possibly be feeling a little bit of a financial pinch, and it's going to cause you to have to juggle things, taking money from this account and putting it in that account, or taking money from that credit card to pay that credit card. It feels like the Page of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you want it, but you just can't have it. We do have the Five of Cups, and it's pissing you off. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's making you feel sad. It's making you feel emotional about the situation. And we do have the King of Wands. It feels like there is something here that you must feel inspired to do in order for it to work out for you. So I feel like for the Two of Pentacles, it could be money, it could be just life is really busy, but you need to be inspired or feel inspired in order to move forward from here, to leave here. And that means maybe you got to get a different job. Maybe you have to get a second job. It feels like you have to have some sort of inspiration to go get what you want. The King of Wands is somebody who if they want something, nothing stands between them but certain death, between them and the thing that they want. The King of Wands is going to get whatever they want whenever they want it. We do have the Five of Cups, so it feels like it feels like unrequited, or that it's like, I'm really not surprised. Like, things always go this way for me, Elsie. I'm really not surprised at all. And it feels like with the Five of Cups here that there is some emotional imbalance, I would say, that's coming up here. But I do believe with the King of Wands here that you have the power to change that. And the power is you must feel motivated to do it, because we all know that there's things that we should do in our life, right? I know that I should probably get out and walk more. I should probably try and get into a gym and work out more, but I don't feel inspired to do it. And that's when the King of Wands comes in. So I feel like you will have some sort of inspiration in the month to do something about your finances, because it feels like whether it's finances or that life is just really busy and you need to slow it down a little bit, it feels like you are going to have to make some sort of decision that's not going to make everybody happy. It's got to make you happy, and that's the truth of it, right? So where do you find support in all of this month? You find it in the Ace of Swords. Now, that's your energy, right? It's up in your mind. It's clarity. It's honesty. It's contracts you have with yourself or with other people. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, please. Since it feels like you're supposed to talk to somebody. The Ace of Wands is here. We've got the Five of Wands. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to say that you need to get out of your head. We have the Death card here, by the way, on the bottom of the deck. I feel like what you need to do is get out of your head here. The Ace of Swords is telling me that you're up in your head here, that where to find support is that you always go within. You always go into you. You start thinking about things and you don't really ask anybody for help. It feels like you're supposed to ask somebody for help. No more being silent. It feels like with the High Priestess in the reverse, Piscean energy, that you're supposed to share your troubles with somebody who's close to you. I'm not saying floodlight everybody with your problems. I'm saying everybody has the one person that they can go to, whether it's a family member or a best friend or something like that. But it does feel like with the High Priestess in reverse that you're supposed to be a little more outgoing, a little more revealing. Don't keep it all in your head. We do have the Ace of Wands here. And I think that you do want to do this. I think this will be sort of the beginning of you doing this a little more and a little more and a little more. The Ace of Wands is taking passion, right? It's in the hand of the king here. I feel like you now feel motivated maybe to ask other people for help, because keeping it inside is doing this. That's all it's doing for you. It's causing conflict within you. It's causing you to be stuck and not being able to move forward. So I'm going to say that that this where to find support here is about talking to friends, talking to family, maybe hiring a financial person or hiring a realtor or a lawyer or somebody who is a professional in the field of whatever it is that you need to accomplish in the month of March. Then we have the advice. What is the advice for Aquarius, please? In the month of March, tell me about the advice for Aquarius. So we do have the Three of Swords here, and I feel like there is something that's bothering you, feels disappointing, that you feel like maybe you're having to make too many choices, things are moving forward, and you're not really sure where to go, and it feels like you should be in the Three of Swords by the end of the month. It feels like it's disappointing how some of these things are showing up or showing out. And I think it's because of the Wheel of Fortune. It's fated times, it's divine timing. Things are moving forward, and this is a lot of change. So I think that in the month of March, you're going to have a lot of change, and not everybody is going to like the changes that you're making. And so this could be part of that energy. The advice for the end of the month is stay in balance. Remember, no thinking in the past, no thinking in the future. Stay in the present moment. Even though it might be rocky or highly emotional, and maybe you feel like you're all alone doing it by yourself while other people are off doing their own thing, I feel like your advice is to keep going, to keep your keep your solid footing, even though things around you are in flux, because it does feel like in March things will be in flux. We do have the Queen of Wands. Now, the good thing about the Queen of Wands showing up as your advice is that the Queen of Wands is the one who's just going to ramble it. The Queen of Wands, as Casper Sight would say, I watch a lot of Casper Sight, and this person is just going to go. They're just going to go and do it. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm going to color outside the lines. This person has been through a lot of hard, tumultuous times. People have hurt them a lot. Things that came to kill her made her stronger. Talking about feminine or masculine energy, don't get thrown by the picture on the card. But this person is the badass. And I feel like by the end of the month, you're feeling like a little bit of a badass, because even though everything around you is in flux, you're able to stay sturdy and solid. It doesn't mean, though, that up in your head, you're not feeling disappointed or heartbroken or feeling like things just aren't going your way. But look, they are. 10 of Pentacles at the end of the month, coming up with the Queen, is like, you're going to figure this month out. You're going to figure it out. It's going to be abundant. You'll figure out your money. Money is coming to you, if that's what you're wondering about. And it feels like there's an opportunity coming, possibly, for you, that is going to be something that is going to help you stand your ground in the month of March. I'm going to go right now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching this. Please let me know in the comments if any of it maybe sounds like it might be coming, because some of this already, you might be feeling some of this energy already, Aquarius, because right now there's a lot of energy in Aquarius, right? Mars is in Aquarius, Pluto's in Aquarius, and that brings a lot of harsh change. A lot of things are breaking down and restructuring themselves. It's like a time of revolution. We feel it here in Canada. It's a time of revolution around the globe. You can see that things are going on. And I think it's also true about your life. I feel like all of this energy that is going to be in Aquarius for the month of March, like going forward now into the month of March, I feel like this is all going to help you make all the decisions that you need. You've got the Fool twice. That tells me that there's new beginnings coming, which tells me you're going to have to make decisions. And ultimately, the Ace of Wands is going to take you there, but you got to be strong enough to walk away from the things that no longer serve you. There we go. You got to put down some of those burdens, my friend. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching, Aquarius. I'm going to go for now. Take care, you guys. I'll be back. Bye-bye.